money in that. And I said, yeah, you're right. And I said, well, what do you do? And he's like, oh, I don't really know. And I said, why do you do it? And he said, because it's a good opportunity. And I said, an opportunity for what? And he said, you know, I don't really know. And I said, okay. And he said, and I said, do you like your life? And he said, do people like their lives? And I said, sometimes. And he said, well then, no, not really. And he asked me if I like my life. And I said, yeah, I like my life, but I hate my world. And he said, what do you mean? And so I told him. And what I told him about was my friend, who has to accept an award soon for fighting climate change. And she told me she was nervous. And I said, why are you nervous? And she said, because I'm supposed to look out on all these people and tell them something they want to hear. But all I want to say is, this whole thing is fake. This pavement, these coal plants, this economy, this idea that we can hurt and harm for wealth and that we'll still survive it, it's all fake. And I said, so why don't you say it? And she said, because people don't say that stuff in public. So I'm here, and I'm betting y'all are here to say that in public. Right? To say that this economy and this empire and the values that run it, it's fake. It has nothing to do with reality. It's not based on people. It's not based on the land. It's not based on our future. And so we're done with that. We want something real, right? Yeah. And so for a long, long, long time, we believed the rich and obeyed them. When they told us that capitalism was efficient, we said, okay. When they said it would someday trickle down, we waited for the trickle down. When they told us we had to go to war to defend our resources, we said, but that sounds silly. And they said, don't be silly. And so for a while, we weren't. And now we're sick and tired. We're not thinking anymore about the rich and how to make them richer. We're thinking about the poor and how to help them survive. And we're thinking about the homeless and how to get them a home. And we're thinking about single moms and how to help them survive. And we're thinking about people who wake up every day to bombs. And we're thinking maybe one day they could wake up to a gorgeous silence. We're thinking about my friend and what she said about this world being fake. And it's scary, and it's terrifying, and it makes us angry. But the good news is, if you live in a fake world, you can make it real. So we're here to make it real, or to keep it real. And that's good because when I look out on all of you, I'm thinking to myself, this is the realest thing that I've seen in a really long time. And it feels really good in my body to see something real because it doesn't happen a lot. And it reminds me that people used to exist in a time where we hadn't invented things that made us afraid, that made us small. And it makes me think that no matter what they say, when they tell us that we're stupid, or we're lazy, or to wait for the next election, or the next expert, or the next president, that isn't true. We have everything that we need right here. And we can start right now. Nobody is coming to save us. And so we're smart enough to do what we need to do. And together, we're brilliant. And if we're brave enough and bold enough and beautiful enough, we'll make them remember that we don't actually need them. They need us. Their factories need workers. Their elections need voters. Their news needs believers. And we can say no. And we're here to say no. And we're here because we're not wrong, and we're not bad, and we're not lazy. We are actually right. We're in the majority, and we are the 99%. Right here. So you're here for yourself, but you're also here for everyone who can't be. You're the grandma without a pension plan. You're an Afghani wedding party. You're a black man in an unjust prison. You represent all the people who can't be here, but who feel the same way you do. And so it's time to take that seriously. So look around and believe that about yourself. and say out loud, this world is messed up, because it is. And we're not allowed to say that in most places, but we're here to say that today because we know it. And because probably you've been holding that back for a long time. You've been saying what they wanted you to say. You pretended you were okay. You pretended you were going to make it. And you can't take it anymore. So here on this plaza, and as we go out in the city, this is our time to say exactly who we are. So say whatever you mean. Say, I'm angry. Say, I'm sad. Say, capitalism is not inevitable. Say that capitalism is weak. Say capitalism can be defeated. And just practice that and let it feel good. And then once you've said who you are, you'll have a hard time not being it. You're going to go out and find yourself marching and drumming down K Street, whooping and hollering like the first human. And you're going to find yourself chaining yourself to the Capitol and sitting in at banks. And you're going to be surprised because you'll find that you're doing everything that this corporate system is designed to tell you that you can't do. And you'll be surprised that you like yourself better than you've ever liked yourself before. So when people ask you your one demand, say democracy. And when they ask you why you're here, say to be here. And they're not going to get that because they never get that. They think that democracy is a monument or an institution or a dead document, but it ain't. Democracy is what people do. And so we're here to do democracy, right? And we're not going to leave until we've got it, and we're going to leave and keep on doing it. Because this isn't just an occupation. This is a decolonization. We're here to take back everything they've taken from us. We're here to get them out of our minds, out of our public spaces. We're here to get our voice back. We're here to get our homes back. We're here to get our dignity back. And we're not going to leave. And so I want that to happen. And I want to one day be able to sit on a plane and talk to a Wall Street banker and say, I like myself because I like my world. So let's get started, everyone.
Thanks, Ashley. We talk a lot about Tahrir Square. Would you like to meet somebody who was there?
Yeah! His name is Abe Hussein.